In her decades-long career, Clara had mastered the art of value extraction. She built models for upselling, hidden fees, and price leverage. For her, every transaction was zero-sum. One party's gain was the other's loss. But then, sitting on a tiny plastic stool in a Saigon alley, enjoying cheap street food, she received something extra, a free edition, with no profit motive in sight. That single, simple act of generosity shattered every economic model she had ever lived by. This is the story of how Clara discovered a type of profit that couldn't be measured in money, yet was richer than any investment she had ever made. After her last lesson on the delicate art of eating banzeo, Clara had learned to embrace the ritual. She accepted the mess, the connection, and the truth that good food demanded an emotional investment. But her consultant's mind still grappled with one final barrier: commercial logic. She saw every interaction as a transaction and expected everyone to maximize their own benefit. She just couldn't comprehend the idea of commerce with a heart. One sweltering afternoon, Clara went looking for a dessert to cool down. She found a che stall tucked deep inside an alley, specializing in colorful cold sweet soups. As she ordered, her mind automatically slipped into analysis mode. This dish has beans, jelly, coconut milk, and ice. The price is 15,000 VND. A memory flashed in her mind. A luxurious cafe at Zurich airport. She'd asked for plain water. The server brought it with a smile. Later, the bill included a premium water service fee of €3. That smile was a trap. The memory of that calculated extraction sent a shiver down her spine, even in the Saigon heat. She looked at the che vendor, Batu, a woman in her 60s with rolled-up sleeves and a gentle smile, mixing ingredients with incredible speed and focus. Clara braced herself for the upsell, an offer of extra toppings, a charge for the ice. She had her excuses ready, but none came. She received her bowl of che. It was cool, colorful, sweet, and cost exactly 15,000 VND, about 60 US cents. It was already a fantastic bargain. As Clara savored her dessert, she noticed Batu stop, look at her, and smile. "Western girl," she said, "you eat with such delight. You must love the coconut milk, yes?" Clara grew cautious, sensing this was the moment the upselling would begin. "Yes, I love it, but I don't need any more. The price—" Before she could finish, Batu took a large spoon, scooped out a generous amount of creamy coconut milk and a handful of roasted peanuts, and poured them over Clara's che. "Eat heartily," she insisted. "My coconut milk is the best. You must have more. No charge for this, dear." Clara was stunned. This didn't fit any economic model she knew. She instinctively looked at Batu's hands as she performed this generous act. They weren't manicured like hers, which only ever touched keyboards and signed contracts. These hands were thick, tanned, and calloused, bearing the marks of decades spent grinding beans and stirring coconut milk under the hot Saigon sun. Clara's mind went into overdrive. Cost. The coconut milk and peanuts were raw materials, produced through the hardship evident in those hands. Profit. This act gave Batu no immediate financial gain. Purpose. To maximize the customer's joy, with no thought of increasing revenue. A strange unease settled over Clara. This unconditional generosity created a kind of moral pressure she didn't know how to handle. She'd been taught that if you get something for free, you've incurred a debt. She immediately pulled out a banknote. "Mrs. Tu, I must pay for the extra coconut milk. How much? I insist." Batu's wide smile faded. She paused, looking directly into Clara's eyes, not with anger, but with a profound pity for Clara's need to put a price on everything. Her voice was slow and sincere. "Oh, my girl, you trouble me so much. Sometimes we help each other, give a little extra food, just because we want the other person to be happy. If you pay me, you are saying my kindness is only worth a few cents. If you find my food delicious, I am already happy. Do not pay. You make me feel ashamed." A sharp pang hit Clara's chest. It was shame, not from poverty or failure, but from trying to turn a pure act of kindness into a commercial transaction. She had insulted Batu's generosity with her money. Clara finished her che. This time she savored the flavor of generosity. The dessert tasted exponentially better, not because of the extra ingredients, but because it was infused with goodwill and human kindness. She remembered that lemon slice in Zurich that cost $1. Here, Batu's generosity, forged from hard labor and sincerity, was free. She realized this generosity was a superior business strategy, one that outperformed every MBA model. It was built on trust and genuine emotion, qualities Western corporations tried to fake with loyalty cards and rewards programs, but always failed because they lacked sincerity. Clara no longer saw a vendor, she saw a social portfolio manager. Batu was investing in a market that would never collapse, human connection. As Clara got up to leave, she handed Batu 20,000 VND instead of 15,000 and gently placed the money in her hand. She didn't mention the coconut milk. "Mrs. Tu, please keep the change," she said. "Thank you for your hard work. I will come back tomorrow." Batu smiled, a deep, knowing smile. It was an acknowledgement of Clara's respect for her labor. "Thank you, dear. Come back tomorrow." The transaction was complete, but it wasn't zero-sum. Both of them felt like they had won. Clara paid more. Batu received more money, but more importantly, Batu had succeeded in giving her gift of joy, and Clara had succeeded in returning respect. It was a win-win, built on mutual acknowledgement of human value, something that transcended currency. Clara had found a new market, one where emotional value was the ultimate currency. Generosity isn't economic foolishness. It's a strategic investment in relationships. The true value of something isn't measured by its cost, but by the kindness that comes with it. If this story about the contrast between calculated upselling and unconditional generosity resonated with you, please share it. And don't miss the next chapter in our series, where Clara confronts the art of minimalism, a lesson in living with less, which directly challenges the Western obsession with accumulation. Like, share, and follow to join our community and stay updated on our journey. Thank you for watching.